Hello, my dearest confidant. Today's going to be a little different. I'm not really sure how long the video is going to be. I feel the need to just have a conversation with you more today. I've been in a lot of pain the last couple of days because of me falling off a ladybug. But today I had a resurgence of extreme pain because I was trying to get out of the way quickly, and my tailbone didn't like that. And I originally didn't think that it was broken or bruised, but I definitely do now. There is a bruise in my tailbone area, but it didn't seem like it was my tailbone that was bothering me. It seemed like it was just my butt cheeks, and that's where the really bad bruising is. But there is one that's developed on my tailbone, and so there's definitely some injury there. Hopefully it's not a bone bruise, but today tells me it might be. So I've had people in the past tell me that they've been healed by my videos. Just simply me sharing my story helps them know that they're not alone, and that there's always some part of them that resonates with the things that I say. And so here I am today. I feel a little emotional today. I feel a little sad. And that just came up since I sat here. And I feel like there's some processing that we need to do. And I like being vulnerable with you guys because I don't know that a lot of people are authentically themselves on social media and things, and I feel like that's where we lose some of our humanity. They always want to show the good parts and things, and life's not all good. Life's definitely not all bad. And so sitting outside and being in nature, hearing the duckies back there, maybe you'll get to see them. There's a little fence there to keep them off of those plants that are right there, because even though they're semi-poisonous, they like to sneak little bits off of it. So you may or may not be able to see them swimming around back there. But yeah, I feel like this time in my life, I'm going through an extreme transformation process, an extreme bit of spiritual growth. And it's painful. It's painful physically for me, and, I was starting to get back into a groove of being able to do things and be really mobile. And I guess I started to get a little bit too busy for the universe. And so the universe had to slow me down again, and it slowed me down by throwing me off a ladybug. And while I'm in pain, I'm also grateful for this, because it definitely could have been way worse than it has been. And it's definitely given me some food for thought. My stomach is going through changes, my appetite and all of that is going through some things. I'm trying to get my gut health in a good place, because it's been out of alignment. Let's put it this way. I can't remember a time where it was ever in alignment. And, I was an alcoholic, for, lack of a more comprehensive term, for a number of years, off and on for a number of years. And now, while I wouldn't consider myself the traditional definition of that word, I definitely liked having my drinks after 4 o'clock. Like, it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, depending, when I was working, it's time for a drink, and I would drink until I'd go to bed. I didn't have trouble going to work or being drunk at work or any of that type of stuff. So that's why I say in not the, traditional sense of the word. It was more like a habit for me, but one of disassociation. So let's be clear about that. I didn't want to feel the emotions. I always felt like I was too much for everyone when I was feeling. And so I subdued that, because, when I felt things, I would say things, and people didn't like what I had to say. And it caused me to be the troublemaker a lot. And not for me being rude or anything. I would just speak the truth. And, something that I really learned along my journey, even as a small child, was that people do not like the truth. They do not like it. And usually you can tell when the truth has hit somebody because it triggers them. It either triggers something inside of them that needs healing, or it triggers something inside of them that they are healing from that they haven't completely decided to let go of yet. And there's a lot of unhealed people all over the place, but a lot of them are attracted to the military for one reason or another. And so I met a lot of very unhealed people. I do think that we're getting to a place now where people want to be healed, even if they have made fun of people for those types of terms in the past. And, you know, words like triggered and, you know, I feel bullied and things like that really strikes a nerve with some people. And I think it's partly because they felt bullied in the past, but didn't have the courage to say something, or were met with resistance when they did. So I think that all of that stuff is really, really changing now. I see some even older people telling me that they are working on their shadows, or that they have unhealed childhood trauma. You know, just even acknowledging that shows the change in society. And then, you know, with all of this political upheaval and things that are really strong lately, things are changing, systems are collapsing, new things are being birthed, and we are not separate from that. Whether we want to change or not, things are going to change, and we can either be conducive to that change, or we can fight it, which makes it harder. And yeah, I don't know if I'd be doing this video right now if it weren't for me falling off of Ladybug. The video might be very different, or it might be non-existent at all. So I am grateful for this time that I can sit with you and just share some things. There's been a lot of stuff on my mind lately, lots of different content and subjects that I want to share, but I really want to be spirit-led and don't feel forced to say anything or do anything. I have some videos out there about assumptions and how they cause issues in our lives, and how you don't even realize that you're assuming things and you assume them. I have another one about the danger of maybe, you know, being wishy-washy or on the fence, using the word maybe. And I just haven't felt like it's been time to release those videos yet. I've already filmed them. They're just waiting for the right time to be posted. I feel like they're not complete yet, if that helps. So there might be some additions to that, which is the type of content that I haven't ever done in the past. Usually it's like I have a thought, spirit leads me to say some things, I conclude it and I post it. I don't, you know, take multiple takes. I don't have a script. I don't do any of that stuff, because that's not authentic and it's not who I am. It's not who I've ever been. You know, I've always liked to be spirit-led. And when I suppress that, that's when things get a little muddy. And I guess that's also true for you, right? We suppress things, and then sometimes it gets to be too much, and so then we let it all out in like a verbal diarrhea, right? And, you know, we get so fed up that we just want to fight the world all at once. Whereas if it was more spirit-led and we they're really playing back there. If it was more spirit-led, we would say something when it was time to say something. We would do things when it was time to do them. And we would listen to that little tiny voice or feeling or shift that would let us know it's time to do or say or something, you know. But a lot of times we suppress that because we're afraid of how we're going to be perceived. And my part of the that letting go and surrendering is flowing with the universe, right? And I talk about that a lot, because letting go is something that we don't want to hear. We don't want to do it. We don't understand how to do it. And it really is just, you know, we make everything so difficult. And it really is just surrendering to the now. surrendering to what your body is feeling, your mind is processing, your heart is saying to do. And, you know, a lot of times we fight that because we're afraid we're going to lose someone, or we've been the one that's lost before and we don't want people to feel that way. And, you know, the greatest gift that we can give ourselves and each other is to understand that we can't control how someone else is going to perceive us, regardless of what we say or how we say it. They can still take it however the hell they want. And I think that's part of the thing, is that we think that we can control it by not saying something now, or now's the time to say something or do something. And, you know, we're trying to manipulate the play, and the play's already been cast and typeset and edited and all of those things. And now it's time to just play it out. And yeah, so there's that. I had started my sage earlier, but I feel the need to do it again. And again, it's just a tool, so it's really just about me refocusing my energy. That's really all it is. So remember that whenever you have crystals that you want to use, which I have a new one in my hair the lady put in this time that I'm really happy about. Let's see if I can find it here. She doesn't know what it is. It's kind of hard to see. I think it's Unkite. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But that's about emotional and physical pain and processing that and getting things back in balance, which last year that was my main theme, was balance. And then this year is really about, you know, being in the flow. But anyways, I picked that out not knowing what it was. I was just attracted to the stone. She had all kinds of stuff. But that's the one I picked, and then I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If somebody that's watching this video knows different, let me know. But anyways, these are just tools, right? And so I'm really just refocusing my own energy. The number that came to me earlier was 999, so 999. So you can look that up in your Rolodex, if you will, of the things that tell you about angel numbers and spirit guides and all of that. Or maybe you already know what it means. That's fine, but I'm not here to give you all the answers. I'm just here as a source. A source, not the source, and as a guide. So, let's see. I have my cards out here. We'll see if Spirit has anything specific for us to say besides the things I've already said. I already feel like that was Spirit-led. Okay, my moon deck is calling to me. I haven't used that one yet this time around, at least I don't think so. Okay, the rest of them are not saying anything right now. They might as time goes on. Maybe I have used this deck in the last 2 weeks. This is my Moonology deck. Yasmin. Let's see if I can shuffle these the way I like to shuffle, or if my thumb is not going to cooperate. That does hurt. I think I shuffled them back and forward. Well, here we are. I got some that are facing up and some that are facing down. Will that change the quality of the reading? Absolutely not. Spirit, God, Creator, Source always knows. Remember, this is our innermost thoughts and being coming to the surface. All we're doing is focusing on it, You have the same ability that I have in this way. Yours is just dormant. Mine is surfacing now because I said I would like a relationship with my inner self. for those of you that feel as though this is demonic in nature, well, I guess you wouldn't be watching this video, but sometimes we try to be open to things, but we still have a fear. For those of you that are still in fear that I'm speaking with someone, some entity outside of myself that is negative, well then, first of all, scroll on. And then second of all, it's absolutely not true. And why is it not true? Because that's not my reality. It might be your reality, but it's not mine. I am getting in tune with the deepest chorus being of myself. God, creator, source, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels. Remember, my light language is my way in to be more intuitive and introspective. Tell us what it is that we most need to hear right now. This card is calling to me. That's the second time I've kind of seen it. So we'll leave that one out. Do you have anything else to say to us right now? Someone is coming. Freya is telling us. They are not a threat. Someone is coming and they are not a threat. Whatever that means to you, someone is coming and they are not a threat. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Thank you, Yasmin. A full moon in Gemini. The answers are coming. And then we keep getting this one, the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Now this one was, it's also, you know, known as in the past of the readings that I've done, is letting the magic in, letting your guard down, returning home. All of it's all of the same theme, right? And it's coming from us being out of tune with ourselves, and the universe, God, creator, source, your inner spirit guides, all of that is saying it's come home to yourself, come home to what it is that you inherently know to be true, something that you found true in childhood that you stepped away from, something that you've always wanted that was super fulfilling for you, but for some reason you let it go, whether it was an authority figure in your life that said that's dumb, or you don't have time for that, or I don't want you to do that, or you're not going to make any money doing that. All of those things are old teachings that mean nothing. That was these people having their own fear and projecting that onto you. And so step out of your comfort zone, which will actually turn you around and bring you back to your comfort zone. Stepping out of your comfort zone, your now comfort zone, will put you into a space to receive the comfort zone that you need, the one that's really meant for you to thrive in. And the answers you need are coming. Be very open today, as you were not previously before you watched this video. Really step into that really quiet, peaceful voice or feeling that you have within you that tries to communicate with you. Really listen to that today. And if you're not sure what that voice sounds like or what that feeling is, now is really the time for you to slow down long enough to be able to feel the rhythm. And for those of you that don't have a sense of rhythm, that doesn't mean that you don't have a beat, and you just need to follow your own beat. It doesn't have to be, you know, musically correct in order for it to be a pattern or a flow that makes sense to everybody else. It just needs to make sense to you and your inner voice, your inner self. So there's that. Thank you, Yasmin, for your guidance today. Thank you for always being there for me, and as well as whoever is watching this video. I don't know, I feel like we're at a good stopping place here. I appreciate you being here with me and listening to my words. Yeah, and sticking around. And then, of course, if you ever feel the need to share this with someone else, please do so. That's your spirit guide, inner source intuition telling you to do so. And of course, I appreciate it. And I'm not in the in it for financial gain. This is more about growing as many souls as possible. And I do feel that that's my mission here on this earth plane in this now existence. And it's something that I feel very passionate about. I'm not going to call anybody to me, but those that are meant to join in on this wonderful ride are here and are showing up. And I know that no matter who shows up or how they show up, that I'm going to be blessed and that they will too. So, yeah, I love you, my dearest confidant. Until next time.